WTOL 11 Sports presents Big Board Friday. Sponsored by Ohio Northern University. Your dreams await. And by Charlie's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Doing it different, doing it right. By Frickers, the home for fun, food, sports, and spirits. By PT Link Physical Therapy. Feel the difference and get relief now. By Renewal by Anderson, the better way to a better window. And by the Toledo Clinic. Choose well, feel better. Now, here's Big Board Friday.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into another edition of Big Board Friday, sponsored by Ohio Northern University. I am your host, Tyler Segerman. Pleased to be here with all of you, and what a way to say goodbye to February, the month's final day, providing multiple district championships across our area in boys high school basketball. But before we find out who is regional bound, how about a state berth that was on the line tonight? Anthony Wayne girls sitting one win away from the program's second ever appearance in the state Final Four. And my oh my, how dominant the Generals have been this season. Aiming to keep that train rolling in Barberton tonight. A-Dub matching up with Hudson for the Division II regional crown. And this game was a defensive battle early on. Elise Bender jumping in front of this pass. She'll go coast to coast and lay it up on the other end. Anthony Wayne, though, off balance in the first half. They were down 17-14 at the break. But in the second half, they would pick it up. Anthony Wayne coming out strong as Bender grabs the rebound. She'll then pull up in transition, knocking down the jumper there from the free throw line. Part of a 16-0 run to open the second half. They held Hudson to just 3 points in the third quarter. And Elise Bender, of course, great as always. Here she is again. But the hero of the night, Leah Pike, who grabs a loose ball and then pulls up from the corner, matching her own jersey number. 15 points alone in the second half for her. That turned out to be the difference as Anthony Wayne wins the regional final 48-32. Chase Bachman with more from Barberton.
Tyler, the Generals were in a position they haven't been used to being in all season long. They were down 17-14 at the half, but in the second half they came out and scored 16 unanswered. Leah Pike was the hero of this game. She scored 15 in the second half, nearly outscored Hudson by herself. The Generals go on to win 48-32, and for the first time since 2022, they are regional champions.
We knew in the locker room we talked about being stronger and coming out with confidence, and that's just what we needed. And our defense led to our offense, and we almost got a shutout in the third quarter for our defense, and so that's really what sparked our offense. I just thought to myself, I need to play a bigger role in this game, and I want to step up so that we can go to states. It's great, you know. I remember the experience from volleyball, and I wanted everyone to experience that again, and the seniors wanted to experience that again, so we just did it for each other.
We went into halftime, we talked about what we needed to do. We talked about how our defense is going to create some offense, and we just have to buckle down and do what we're good at, and continue to be who we are. And we told them, just we're good. We're in a good position. We just have to settle down a little bit. And they went out there and they got it done. It feels great. You know, we've had some unfinished business, especially our seniors, and they worked really hard to put themselves in a position to be back to state, and here we are.
The Generals will play in the state semifinals next Sunday when they take on the winner of Start and Cincinnati's Winton Woods. Reporting from Barberton, Chase Bachman, WTOL 11.
On the boys' side, district title up for grabs in Division III. Southview squaring off against Central Catholic, and the Cougars coming out of the gates first. Irish, though, would be quick to respond as Isaiah Mack Russell gets a hold of it. He's going to go down court and hit the floater there. That nets 2 for the Irish, and they would continue to be on a roll. Back with possession, Caden Kennard this time from the corner. The catch and shoot 3, adding to Central's lead. Southview, though, not going away. They're going to climb the uphill battle as Will Mazies can shoot it as well, knocking down from range. Central, though, leading by 17 at the break. No quit, though, from Southview. Jerron Witcher getting inside, gets the basket and the Band-Aid, but the Irish too much in this one as Caden Kennard this time going to do it underneath. He, too, answers back with an and one. He had a career-high 21 points as well, and Central Catholic cruises to an 81-46 victory. Noelle Blumel with more from the victorious Irish.
4th district title in 5 years for the Fighting Irish, and they made sure to get it done early tonight. Up 17 at the half, and the team still wasn't satisfied. But that hunger is what's gotten them this far, and they're aiming to go even further through regionals.
I think this is credit to our guys. You know, they buy into what we're trying to ask them to do, and it's not easy. We ask a lot of them, just committing to the team and being selfless, and I think that's just a product of them wanting to be a part of something great. Caden Kennard, Manny Johnson, Dre Wardrop, and Isaiah Mack Russell out in transition. they're hard guys to stop. So you know, I was just proud of those guys and how they came out and set the tone early.
Like I said, it's just amazing. You know, the atmosphere, you know, the crowd. I'm so grateful for the supporters. It's just really a blessing. Man, it's through the roof. You know, just work so hard in our game. And we just got it done. Just keep going, you know, keep going the competitive. You know, defense lead the offense, and our offense going to lead the defense and keep the energy and motor going.
We knew we needed to get off to a hot start, and it was easier for me coming out the bench when we had a hot start, and it was easier to score. We're hungry. We're ready for the next game, and we don't just want a district title no more. We want to get to the next Sweet 16, then Elite 8, and then Final Four, and so on.
Central Catholic advances to the regional semifinal and will play the winner of Lima Shawnee versus Defiance, which is set to take place tomorrow at 4 p.m. Reporting from Lake High School, Noelle Blumel, WTOL 11.
Up the road in Oregon, top-seeded Otsego looking to add another championship to its memorable campaign this year. Napoleon, though, had other ideas. First possession of the game for the Knights, Trey Rubenstein says, "Not in my house." Monster rejection helped set the tone, and Jack Mowry going to add to it, lining up the triple and connects. He'd score a dozen in the first half, and the Wildcats quickly up double digits. Caden Hutton, sensing a need of urgency, provides the Otsego spark, poking the ball free, and then having a clear runway to slam it home with the right. Team high 14 points for the senior. Moments later, the script flips back. Briggs Abbott diving on the floor, comes up with a turnover, and then it's Parker Wood's turn to soar above the rim. 21 for him, and Napoleon is moving on 69-54. First district title for the Wildcats since 2016.
I'm just so proud of every individual in that locker room. You know, we've had a lot of ups and downs this year, but, you know, really, really proud of our 6 seniors for sticking us, you know, keeping us together and keeping believing, you know, in what we're doing here. And I'm just so proud of our guys getting it done tonight. We knew we had to make some plays, and we knew we had to come out hot, and, you know, our guys were ready to go tonight, and they really wanted it, and I thought we came out, got off to a tremendous start, and obviously hitting some shots helps.
I mean, it means everything. We owed our fans, especially coming short last year in basketball, but also in football. We've let our fans down a little bit this year and last year, so we knew we needed to come out here and give our fans one.
It's time for our first break in the show, but still plenty more to highlight, including a rematch between league members. Those highlights and more comes your way next. Welcome back. There's only one team in Northwest Ohio who claimed an undefeated regular season, that being the Patriots of Patrick Henry. Now the quest for perfection ramps up, knowing if they continue this mark, they'll be the only one standing left in Division 6. First things first, though, getting past the district round, PH meeting up with NWOAL foe Evergreen once again. It was just an 8-point game the first time they met. First half, Patriots moving the ball around. Reed Krieger lobbing it up to the big man, Mac Heber, who throws it down. He had a game-high 29 points. And then it's Reed's big brother, Lincoln, the Northwestern football signee, stepping up big in this one as well. Off the miss, he gets a wide-open look and drains from the wing. Vikings, though, hanging tough. Not easy, not going away easily as George Allendorf nets the triple in front of the Patriot bench. That keeps the Vikings in it, but Patriots pulling away in the second half. Heber again showing off the range himself from the corner, and Patrick Henry goes on to take home the district title 61-44. Steve Iwanek with more from Defiance.
Well, my goodness, what a time to be a Patrick Henry Patriot. The girls basketball team has a chance to go to the States tomorrow, and the boys tonight are moving on to the regional round after they take down fellow conference opponent Evergreen in a 61-44 win.
We didn't set out to do what we're doing. We just wanted to get better each day. And tonight we actually set the school record for most wins in a season. And so, you know, we're going to keep taking it one game at a time. And we're going to try to get better. That starts with practice tomorrow. Mac needed to play above the rim for us today, and he literally did. You know, gets an alley-oop dunk and really, you know, just cleaned up a lot of big rebounds that we needed to have late in the game. And then to step out and hit some threes, you know, we needed guys to step up. He wasn't the only one. I can go down to all 6 of our guys that make big plays, but Mac definitely played strong inside, and we needed him to do that tonight.
Super great atmosphere. I'm so thankful for all the PH fans that showed out tonight. They were a huge help. You know, I just do whatever the team needs to win, and that was rebounding and, you know, playing as hard as I possibly could. So I'm glad we're where we're at right now. I'm excited for the next game.
So the Patriots are district champions. They'll be moving on to the regional semifinals. Will be playing at Bowling Green State University Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. In Defiance, Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.
Across the state border, Bedford catching fire of late. Mules seeking to capture a district crown in Monroe this evening after a steal. Jace Williams pushing it up the court, misses the shot, but Max Height there for the putback. Bedford looking good. Later, it's more from Williams. This time he's going to do it himself, getting into the lane and then muscles his way for a little floater there with the left. Nicely done there by him. And then look at this set play here from Bedford. They're going to find Noah Colin here on the block. He goes to work with a nice reverse layup on the baseline. Mules feeling it. And then a crazy play here, a scramble for the loose ball. Williams comes up with it. Eventually, he's going to go attack the rim. Doesn't go, but the bucket and the foul off the rebound put back. Nice play there, and Bedford gets a big-time win, 60-31. In Ottawa Lake, Whiteford welcoming in St. Mary Catholic Central for a D3 bout. These two needed overtime in the last meeting. SMCC, though, looking to put this one to bed early. Brady Hines taking it coast to coast, bucket contact, and the foul to put the Falcons up early. Whiteford, though, battling back off the inbounds. Logan Delmonte pulling up from deep, and the senior cashing in on the 3 ball. Then it's more from the Bobcats. They're going to go in the paint this time. Shot initially blocked, but Caden Schroyer going to clean it up there. Whiteford hanging tough, but SMCC playing well on the road tonight. Ian Foster coming up with the steal. He'll take it himself for the easy bucket, and then it's the deep ball. Andrew Voigt left open in the corner here, and the senior going to tingle the twine from range. Falcons go on to get the win 53-35. They're district champs. Play of the night we've now reached, and you saw it earlier, we're showing again. At Clay High School, the Napoleon Wildcats were on a mission to leap, and it's an effort like this that helped the net a victory on Friday, turning defense into offense, capped off by that one-handed jam. Briggs Abbott, a sophomore, jump-starting the entire sequence by playing suffocating defense. He then puts his body on the floor and then has the wherewithal to find Parker Woods, who not only snags the ball with one hand in mid-stride, but goes up with the right as well for a big-time finish. Best believe that got the Napoleon crowd on their feet. Steal and the slam hammers home our play of the night. One more stoppage before we put a bow on this show. Still to come, a check-in on the Walleye as well as Bowling Green's final home series. Those games on deck. Stay tuned. Welcome back. With a little over a month to go before the ECHL playoffs begin, the Toledo Walleye are comfortably in first place of the Central Division. However, that doesn't mean they don't have fuel to keep on winning. In fact, of late, the Fish on a bit of a skid, which included a loss in Cincinnati last week. Here, Carson Bantle looking to erase that taste. He puts one in the back of the net to tie things up at 1. Later, it's still tied. Walleye playing a little tic-tac-toe. Eventually, they're going to find a wide-open Mitchell Lewandowski who slams it home. Fish, though, go on to lose again by a final of 5-3. Bowling Green Falcons opening up its final homestand of the regular season. On the power play, Gustav Sternberg with the one-timer as the Falcons strike first. Later in the first period, game tied at 1. Not for long, though. BG forcing the turnover, and Max Martin with the pretty move finds the back of the net here. BG, though, ends up losing 4-3, the final to Lake Superior State. That's going to do it for Big Board Friday, sponsored by Ohio Northern University. If you missed any of the highlights or want to rewatch the show again, head to our website, WTOL.com, or our streaming platform, WTOL11 Plus, for that content. Reminder that next week will be our final show of the season, so be sure to join me back here again for the finale. Always appreciate you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night and a blessed weekend.